and welcome to my third Flosstube video. So in this one I'm going to show some past finishes that I've had, some whips and a little bit of haul. So I'll just get started right away. The first finish that I had back in November 2011, I'm not sure where that is. We've just had some renovations done in our kitchen. And we've moved other furniture and husband's put it away somewhere and I don't know where it is yet. So I'll show you the second one. The second one was just a kit that we had lying around that my mum purchased years ago, so I did that second. It's just a little Artmore Kit kit. I do remember that this part here is about a stitch lower than it should be. Yeah, that's just a little kit. Second one is, I'm not sure how to say it, Leutenneger kit, the Magic Garden. I purchased that at Spotlight. It does, however, need a wash. There's hoop marks on it, dirt marks. Yeah, so that was my, well, I think it was my third finish. I've tried to put them in order. Next is an old, I think it was a Dimensions kit, balloon one it's called, the Balloon Fantasy, I believe. Here it is here. Oh, lots of there. So it's just done on Ada from in the kit. Yeah, finished that in 2013 in January. Next one is little Boho Ornament stitched for Christmas 2014. I can't get any closer. It's just one of the little, I don't know what it is, from the Ornament series. So I stitched that one, and that one's actually got the felt backing. It's the only one that I've actually managed to fully finish. Then I did the DMC free chart from the website. I think it's the USA website. For, I think it was the Colour Motifs 2 free pattern. So it was designed for the 16 new colours that came out a few years ago, but I used only 4 colours for it. So I used 826, 3371, 3750 and 3790, and I did it in colours to match our spare bedroom, the scheme in there. And I haven't finished it yet. I was going to finish it into a wall hanging. I just haven't done that yet. Yeah, so that's what it looks like there. That didn't take me too long. I started it on the 5th of June 2015 and finished it on the 27th of July 2015. And that's stitched on a 28 count cashel linen and cream. And then next up is another Mill Hill ornament, and it's the berry one. And that one I haven't put the backing on yet. So that's just everything that came in the kit for that. Next one I finished was by Amon and Pierre, and I think it's called Resille, Resille. It's a heart. Here it is there. Quite hard to see. So that one, I started it on the 13th of February 2016 and finished it on the 29th of February 2016. Yet to be fully finished. I stitched it on a 32 count Belfast linen opalescent in white, and I used Karen Water Lilies 253 ink for the full crosses, and for the Blackwork parts I used 072 Midnight. Was the first time doing a Amon and Pierre design, and first time using silk threads, first time stitching on opalescent fabric, and it was my first finish for 2016. The next one was just a little finish. I got it out of the World of Cross Stitching magazine, issue 229. Designer is Rhona Norrie, and it's called Words of Wisdom. I did change a few things. I think I changed the border, and I changed colours I think, and added back stitching to the word in the middle because I used quite a light yellow. So there it is there. It just says cherish the small things. I haven't done anything with that yet. Yeah. And then next is, when did I stitch that? Started at 2nd of the 11th 1/5 and finished at 4th of the 4th 1/6. Next is another Mill Hill ornament. I think it's called Blue Topaz. Started at 15th of June 2016, finished on the 21st of June 2016. And again, not backed yet. The next one I finished was 99 by Ink Circles. Started on the 4th of February 2016 and finished it on the 28th of the 12th 2016. I don't have that one here. That one is fully FFO'd, and I gave it to my father-in-law for his 65th birthday back in January, so that's hanging in his lounge. But I'll just insert a photo of that here. And so that was stitched on 32 count Belfast linen colour light mocha. I just used DMC for that. Yeah. And the next one is Box of Delights. So I started that on the 2nd of the 5th 1/6, so 2nd of May, and finished it on the 17th of February 2017, so earlier this year. And that's my finish there. So I used black for all the actual outline of the boxes and the outline of the design, and then I used most cotton flosses to fill in all the patterns in there. And then once I was done, I went through and put beads where they said to put beads, and then I added a few extra ones in, and then I added them on the border and alternated between sort of a metallic pink and a turquoise blue. I'm sure you won't be able to see that, so I may just insert a photo that I put on Instagram here. And I think that shows some of it close up. So yeah, that's my Box of Delights. I don't know how I'm going to finish that yet, whether I'm going to frame it or not. I'm not too sure. Next up was stitched that one, the Box of Delights on 28 count Joblin even weave. I'm not sure what the colour was because it didn't state what colour it was at my LNS. Yeah. And finished the Mill Hill Jim Shore Christmas Spirit Santa. So it's not, doesn't have the bit at the top, doesn't have anything on the back yet, so it's not FFO'd. I was going to put a ribbon in it for the hanger part and then back it with, oh, what is it again? Felt. Yeah. So that one I started at 5th of the 9th, 1/6, then finished it on the 21st of the 2nd this year. Next up is Magical Creatures Calendar. So I started that 21st of the 1st, 1/6, and I finished it this year on the 11th of June. So here it is here. Here we go. And that was stitched on a 32 count Belfast linen and the colourway Butterfly Dance by Country Stitch. And I just used exactly what the chart called for, so that's DMC and Weeks Dye Works. I didn't stitch in the year under the word December. I just added in more snowflakes. Yeah. And after that, the only other one I haven't shown in my other videos is Country Cottage Needleworks Summer Garden. Started it on the 8th of May 2017 and finished it on the 29th of June. Stitched on 32 count linen and water lily. Done in all the recommended threads, everything. That one was a really fast stitch. Started it in Stitch Mania 2017. It was my second start. Yeah, second out of 4 starts for Stitch Mania. Okay, so that's all of them that I haven't shown before. The last 3 that I've finished I have shown in my first video. So now I'll get on to my whips. So first whip, I haven't done a lot of stitching recently as I've had my braces put on and had renovations going on, so yeah, I'm tired and haven't been stitching a lot. But I continued stitching on Save the Stitches, and I finished blocks 13, 14, 15 and 16. So I think I had just finished block 13 when I made my first video. So that's those ones all across there. 13 is this one, 14, 15 and then 16 is going all the way across. So it's over halfway now. There's only 8 blocks to go on it. So that's stitched on the 25 count even weave in white, using all the called for threads. When I started it I didn't know about petite treasure braid or anything like that, so I'm just using the DMC metallics, which is fine. I'll just keep using them for this, but in other ones I'll probably change and use petite treasure braid or cry neck. I haven't actually used either of those yet in anything I've done, so I don't seem to have much of a problem with the DMCs. I think because I tie it quite close to the needle when I'm using it, so that might help. Next I worked on Leilani the Hula Dancer by Mirabilia, the free chart off her website, and there's a bit of thread there. So this is how far I've gotten. I might just fold it over. There we go. So last time I think I was either going to go up with the skin or start on the beading down the bottom. So what I did is I started on the beading down the bottom, and then once I had finished that I worked the skin up, and it's doing it 1/1 full cross because it's only got one colour of the skin, which I think is 436. Yep, 436. So I thought, well, there is quite a bit of skin, but being one colour it should be easier to do that for the first time. And so I've done her face apart from back stitching and some of her hair, and just working on her arm up there to the right side of her. Yeah, so that's coming along quite nicely. And then I didn't do any stitching for about, might have been a week, and then I thought, okay, I'm going to pull out something else now. So put that away. I'm going to put that bit of thread in there again. And I pulled out one that I started in Ruby, shush, it's very rude, that I started in Stitch Mania this year, and that is, it's called Country Fresh Roses by Terrece Beesley, from this booklet that I got, and I purchased it off a site we have over here called Trade Me. So this is the booklet here. Oh, there's a bit of glare on it. Here we go, all these charts, and the one I'm doing is this one up here with the border around it. And so this is how far I've gotten now. So all I've done since I've just picked this back up the other night is just fill in more of this pinky peachy background there, and then work the back stitch vines across. Yeah. So that one's done on, do I have the little card? Yes I do. Started it on the 1st of May, and it's worked on 28 count antique white witch elk Jovelin, and all the called for colours and everything, so that's just DMC threads. Yeah, so I'm working on that one right now, and that's all the whips I've worked on since my first video, and then it's haul. Hi again. So it's the next day that I'm filming this part, the haul, which basically leads into some plans for next year, some new starts. Couldn't film the rest of it last night. Husband came home, so filming it today. So the first bit of haul that I got, I actually received it a couple days ago, and that's my bag from Eclectic Possessions, Emily C. So I'm pretty sure this was called the Bow bag. I don't know, it was number 16. So it's a nice Christmassy bag. The grey fabric at the top, which goes around onto the back at the top, and then the little taggy on it, and a nice light coloured lining there on the inside. So yeah, I'll be putting some little Christmas pieces in there, like Mill Hills. Yeah. So then I went to my LNS. So for my birthday, my sister's got me a gift certificate for the LNS, and so I went through all my stuff that I had that I could start, decided on four things, and so I looked if I had what I needed, and then what I didn't have I went and purchased. So one of the things I'm going to be starting is the Alain Moristro Flowers of the Month. So I'm hoping to do one of these a month, and I'm going to be doing them all on the same piece of fabric that I purchased from my LNS, which is a Belfast linen 32 count in limestone. So it's just a neutral brown with a hint of green in it. And I purchased just the DMC for the borders, so I knew I would have enough. And then my 2 needle minders that I'm going to be using. All my needle minders come from Nifty Needle Nannies. So if at any stage they're from anywhere else, then I will say, but yeah, all of them just Nifty Needle Nannies. So I just chose the flower one there. It's a wooden one and a little flower fairy. And the next start, well, I don't know what order I'm going to be doing them in. It's going to be Let's Do Wine by Ursula Michael. So that's going to be a gift. I don't drink beer, I don't like the taste, I don't like wine, so I don't drink anything really. Maybe a vodka cruiser here and there, and that's it. But I'm going to be doing that on 28 cashel linen in colour flax, just to give it more of a, like an aged look. And I already had that fabric in stash. I've already cut a piece off it, but there was enough left to be able to work the piece on it. And my needle minders are a Purple Lady and a sparkly martini glass, because I don't have any champagne bottles or anything like that. So that's that one. And I've got one that's for our going to be our wedding sampler. Can I pull it out? The needle minders are very strong on there. I'll just pull them off. Oh, where'd that go? On the back of the Almond. Okay. Now I can pull it out of the packaging. So it's called Traditional Sampler Chart, Wedding Sampler by Moira Blackburn. So that's it there. So obviously change the wording. The male I will change to wearing dark navies and get rid of the hat. And I'll possibly change the colour of the lace around the edging there. It's purples, so I might change it to either apricot sort of peachy colours or navies. And the needle minders I'm using for that are the Minnie and Mickey mouse couple wedding ones, and little bird cage one, because we had little cages like this at our wedding. They were set upon, they're on the tables, and they sat on pieces of wood that had just been thinly cut, and then we had flowers on the inside of them, and then vines that went up around the outside of them. So I thought that was appropriate, and all the magnets are sticking together. Okay. Let me just put these onto here. And then quickly put it back in the packet. Oh, I didn't say what fabric I was going to do it on. It is going to be done on a 32 count Belfast Weigart in the colour Pearl Grey. It's a nice grey one. And then the last one that I've worked picked out that I am definitely going to be starting is from the book The Best of Paula Vaughan, and it's going to be this one here called Victorian Bouquet. So as you may notice, I like flowers. Couldn't tell you the names of flowers if I actually see them, but I just love flowers in general. And the needle minders I'm using are a Victorian lady and this like carved out heart one in a sort of an ivory colour. And the fabric that I'm going to be doing that on is a Permin linen in the colour French lace. So I already had this one in my stash. Which incidentally, when I put this up next to the printed photo in the book, looks almost identical to the fabric that was used. But then down where the pattern is, it says that it was done on a cream linen. Yeah, but cream's a bit too yellowy for that, for me. So that's those ones that I'm definitely starting. Oops, the fabric back in that book. But I also have these ones here. So this one was going to be a start for Stitch Mania in 2016, but I realised that the fabric that was in there wasn't even the right size, so I didn't start it. So I still haven't gotten fabric for it, but it's all kitted up with the flosses, and it is Goods Train by Mary Hickmott Designs. So it is that very, very long piece there. So I don't know when I'll start that, but it just needs fabric. Next one is going to be a restart, which is Stitch Rovier's Key to My Heart. Well, I got it from the magazine. Which magazine did I get it from? I got it online, Cross Stitcher, February 2015. And they called it Locked on You, but yet Key to My Heart. So that's what it looks like. And I did start that for Jessie Marie's birthday sale. So I was doing that using sort of more bright colours and that. So I got this far. You hold there and started on the to my, like that. And then decided I didn't want to work on it again, and it was the colours that I had chosen. So basically I went back to the drawing board and I got new fabric and new threads. And I'm doing it a bit like how Emily C is doing her nightmare piece. So she's making it look a little bit like tarnished or whatever. So I decided I'd kind of go along those lines with it. So it makes it look like a older style key. Because our wedding was set in it was at a homestead, and it looked very sort of Victorian and old. And I wore a white big dress with all this lace on it. And the invites had sort of like printed lace on them, so I've gone with it's Swagger Belfast 32 count linen in, oh, it says dirty linen. Here we go, a sort of a darker brown, medium brown. And then I've got, look at these threads, I've got a Threadworks thread, just has a number 11212. It's got a little bit of modelling through it. Then I've got these ones that are called Steph Francis 12 strand silk. So I've got 3 of these ones here. Let me just use the back of this. It's got 3 of these. So they do have a little bit of red through them. And then I've got another Steph Francis. It says it's a 6 strand. No, those other ones are 12 strand. And this one here is also a 6 strand. So I've also got these ones to add in if I want to in places. So I'll just play around with that and see how it goes. If I don't like something on it, I'll just rip it out. Normally I don't get too far when I do things like that, and I can rip it out quite easily. So that's another one. So that's a restart. Okay. My sister actually wants me to finish this one. Don't know why. It's not like she wants it, but I don't want to finish it at all. I don't have any desire to work on it anyway. Next one is the perennial border, the drawn thread. And I've got all the cord for flosses and fabric to start that. I've got Love Quaker Style by RETM. And I've got all the floss I need for that. I just need to put some fabric with it once I decide what count I want to do for it. And then I've got Hands-On Design Bumble Bouquet. And again, I got everything I need for that, except I haven't put any fabric with it. I haven't gone through my fabrics looking for fabric to put with it yet. So that's all I've got. So I didn't spend very much at the LNS when I went there. I looked through patterns and stuff and just didn't really see anything jump out at me at the time. So I do have some money left over on my gift certificate thing. So I'll probably go back there in, I don't know, about a month's time or something. And maybe I'll find a pattern or something. Anyway, so I think that's all I've got to show. Actually, might just show some things that I've made that I've got here. So here's a couple things that I made. So how long ago was it? About 10 to 13 years ago, 14 years ago, I used to make beaded jewellery with my sister, and these are 2 of the bracelets that I made when I was doing that. I'll just get it close to the camera there. So here's one. Oh, it's not going to focus. There we go. So it's just all beaded there. So the end is a little round bit, and then just a loop on the other end. So yeah, little bracelet. And then I got another bracelet here, There we go. So it's just like that on the underside, and then with the little silver diamond parts on the top side. Another one, a long necklace, so you can wear it like this or doubled over, or you can just wear it long. And here's where a lot of them are stored, in this little box that my dad actually got me. So we've got bracelets, more of the long necklaces, and one's tangled around another necklace. Here's another type of bracelet. It's gonna focus. There it goes. And here's a different type of necklace, kind of a swirly one. So that's it there. What else do I have in here? Another one of those bracelets. Another one of those bracelets. Another of this one with the little bauble. And one that I know my sister made. A wire one with the beads. And it's a necklace. There's another one with pearls, the wire one. Also a little here on it. Keychain, heart. Another one of those. The blue on the top. Oh, this is one of the other ones I like, which is the same as that one. So it's just got the plain ones, looks like diamonds. And another one of those ones. Pearl one, so you can wear it, twist it up and then put it on, or you can wear it straighter. So that one's pretty cool. And yeah, there's quite a few of these. I think they're called memory wire bracelets. With just beads or with like little gems on them. And another keyring. So I know my sister made the keyring hearts. And those, I think she made most of these ones. And she made these ones here. I did all the long ones. And the more intricate ones. These ones, all of the bracelets, that necklace, and then there's a couple other necklaces, but they all seem to be tangled. Tangled with a long one. Oh, there's another heart. Oh. So it happens when you just throw them all in a box. Oh. Another heart. Keyring. So we used to actually have a stall and sell the jewellery, but then we stopped doing that after a while. And there's another one with just white beads. There's a purple one, and there's a red one. Oh, red one. And a silver and pink one. Oh, that's about it. So I think that's going to be the end of the video. So I still have all my beads as well, leftover beads from doing all of this, so I can put beads on lots of different projects. Something just broke then and I don't know what. Oh, okay, I do know what. This one. Which is okay because I don't wear it anyway. But I can fix it real easily if I wanted to, which I don't. So yeah, I guess I will see you next time as I clean up this mess. Beads everywhere. And I'll just say Happy New Year. Hope you have a good one, had a good one. Bye.